Tonight, you look at your bank account and wonder where your money is supposed to come from. You already work. You already try. You already trade hours of your life for a number that disappears into rent, food, bills, and everything else waiting for you. But the real answer is far stranger. There are not hundreds of ways to make money. There are only four. Almost every paycheck, business, investment, side hustle, royalty, and online income stream is built from the same four machines. You can sell your time. You can sell a skill. You can own a system, or you can own an asset. That's it. The confusing part is that these four machines often wear different clothes. A salary looks different from freelance work. A restaurant looks different from a software company. A rental property looks different from a YouTube video earning ad revenue. But underneath, money moves for the same reason. Something valuable is exchanged. Someone controls it, and someone gets paid. The first way is the oldest and most familiar. You sell your time. You give an employer 1 hour, 1 shift, 1 week, or 1 year of your life. In return, you receive wages. Time goes in, money comes out. It feels stable because the exchange is easy to understand. Show up, do the work, get paid. But there is a limit hiding inside. Your day only has 24 hours. Your body needs sleep. Your attention gets tired. So when your income depends entirely on time, your earning power is trapped inside a clock. You can ask for more per hour. You can work overtime. You can take a second job. But every increase still demands more of you. Economist Gary Becker described education and training as human capital. In plain English, the knowledge inside you can become more valuable, just like a better tool can produce more valuable work. That leads to the second way people make money. You sell a skill. A skill is different from time because 1 hour of skilled work can be worth far more than 1 hour of basic labor. A person who can edit a video, repair an engine, write software, close a sale, design a logo, or solve a painful problem is not only selling 60 minutes, you're selling a result. That difference changes everything. When someone pays you to move boxes, the value is tied closely to the hour. When someone pays you to fix a problem costing their company thousands of dollars, the value can be tied to the outcome. The clock is still there, but it becomes less powerful. This is why learning a valuable skill can raise your income faster than simply working harder. Hard work matters, but hard work aimed to a low value task can stay low, paid for years. The market usually doesn't pay for effort alone. It pays for usefulness, scarcity, trust, and results. Can you do something people need? Can you do it well? Can you do it reliably enough that they would rather pay you than struggle through it themselves? That is where skill income begins. But skill income still has a weakness. You are still the engine. If you stop working, the money often stops too. So the third way people make money is by owning a system. A system is a process that creates value through more than your personal effort. It may use employees. It may use software. It may use equipment. It may use a repeatable process that other people can follow. A barber selling haircuts owns a skill. A barber who owns a shop where other barbers serve customers owns a system. A baker selling one cake owns a skill. A bakery producing hundreds of items through recipes, equipment, staff, and distribution owns a system. The difference is not simply size. The difference is whether the income can work when someone else performs part of the work. This is where profit appears. Customers pay the business pays workers, suppliers, rent, tax, and other costs. What remains belongs to the owner. But owning a system is not effortless. It often requires more work at the beginning, more uncertainty, more responsibility. You must find customers. You must create the process. You must solve problems before they become expensive. The strange part is that people often call this passive income only after the hard part is hidden. You see the finished machine, you don't see the years spent building it. The fourth way people make money is by owning an asset. An asset is something you control that can produce money, increase in value, or both. A share of a profitable company can pay dividends, a bond can pay interest, a property can produce rent, a book can generate royalties, a useful digital product can sell repeatedly after it has been created. The money doesn't come from nowhere, it comes from ownership. Someone uses the asset produces value, the owner receives part of that value. Economist Thomas Piketty became widely known for studying how wealth can grow through returns on capital. In plain English, money and ownership can create more money when they are placed inside productive assets. This is why two people can work equally hard and still end up in very different financial positions. One person owns only their next paycheck. The other slowly begins owning pieces of businesses, property, intellectual property, or investments. At first, the difference may look tiny. A few dollars of interest, a small dividend, one digital sale, a little profit left inside a business. But ownership can continue working after the original effort is finished. That is the counterintuitive twist. The four ways are not separate worlds. They are usually stages. You begin by selling time. You use some of that time to build a skill. You use the skill to earn more and create a system. Then you use the extra money to buy or build assets. Time becomes skill. Skill becomes a system. The system creates assets. And assets create more choices. This also explains why many side hustles feel disappointing. They are advertised as businesses, but they are often just another job. You finish your main shift, then you begin a second shift. More time goes on, a little more money comes out. There is nothing wrong with that. Extra income can create breathing room. But a second job doesn't become a system merely because you do it from your phone. The question is whether the work builds something that remains. Does it create a client list, a repeatable process, a product, an audience, a brand, an investment account, a piece of intellectual property? Or does everything reset to zero tomorrow? The goal is not to avoid work. The goal is to make some of your work survive. A skill survives as reputation. A system survives as a process. An asset survives as an ownership. You don't need to build all four machines at once. You only need to recognize the one in front of you. The current job may be the time machine. Your next course may strengthen the skill machine. Your side project may become the system machine. Your first investment may begin the asset machine. Small steps count because the machine connect. The first dollar earned from a skill feels small. The first customer feels small. The first dividend feels almost meaningless. But each one proves that money can arrive through a new path. And once a new path exists, it can be improved. Tonight, when you look at your bank account and wonder where your money is supposed to come from, the answer is no longer invisible. It comes from time. It comes from skill. It comes from systems. And eventually, it comes from what you own.